Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. Lucky Man. Alright, so I'll just jam through all the basic guitar sections here. The verse section, chorus, all that. Even the solos for you. I'll get to some of those synth parts for you. I'll arrange them for guitar here as best as we can. So try to cover it all here for you. I'll just play through them all right off top real quick, let you hear them all. And afterwards, I'll go back through and give you a little more of a guided walkthrough. Alright, so let's get to it. Okay, so for the initial verse here, there's two guitars going. The first one is playing some more fuller voicing. It's all arpeggiated. It'll start here with the G chord. Okay, just normal G chord. All right, and you just want to hit the top bass note here, the 3 on the E. Then we can drop down to D, do an open D, open G, open B, hit that 3 on the E. Alright, now we're going to do a little hammer on to the second of the D here. Open the second. Hold it for a moment. Then we'll hit the open G, the 3 on the E, and then the open D. Okay. And, you can get a little looser with this. It's up to you. However you feel you'd like to play it. So let's just try this G section here. Something like that. All right, and then we're going to drop down to a D chord. All right, and we're just going to pick down through this all the way to the E, from the D, G, B, E. All right. Just normal D chord. But we're going to add the pinky to the 3 now to make it the suspended 4. We'll hit that 3 on the E, come back off, so that we're just doing the normal D chord, and just come back up. Okay, so we went down, hit the 3 on the E, suspended 4, come back off, and then back up again. Something like that, okay? So this is the first guitar. There's another guitar that goes parallel with it. I'll show you that next. Let's just do this one up to speed here. But the second guitar is playing a little more higher voicings. It'll be up here at the G this style, or we'll hit the 5 on the D, and we're going to do an open G, and then do a 3 on the B and 3 on the E. Okay, and we're just going to pick down D to E, and then come back up. Okay, and we'll hit that 5 again, but now we're just going to pick down through it as we usually would, but instead of the 3 on the E, bring the pinky over and make it a 5 on the E. And then just pick it the same way, down through it and back up. Okay, so we're... Alright. And from there, we'll shift to our D position, and we'll do this by doing an open D, 7 and 7 on the G and B, hit the 5 on the E, and with this, we'll pick down through it, back to the B and the G. Okay, and then you can just essentially pick down through it and back up again. Once you get back to the G, you can just lift up and make it a normal open G, and that'll help us transition back to our other position. Okay, so the D position would sound like this. And then we'd shift back down to our G position there. Okay, so we'll do this up to tempo now. Okay, once we get to the chorus, both guitars pretty much play it the same. You can get as loose as you want with these chords, really. I just kind of like to hit it, let it go, maybe a couple strums each, no big deal. But it'll start with the A minor chord, normal A minor here. Just 2 measures worth of the A minor. Okay, then we go to an E minor for a measure. Make it an E minor 7 by adding the 3 on the B. Okay, 1 measure there. And now we come to this playing around on the D chord here. We just hit it normal D chord, hold it a moment, do a couple more strums. Okay, and then we're going to do the suspended 4, back to D, and then lift up on the second of the E to make it the suspended 2. Okay, so it'd be something like... Okay, we're just essentially just moving that E, 3, 2, open, okay? Okay, and next measure, we'll go back to just the normal D, hit it once, hold it, couple strums. Okay, go to the suspended 4 with the 3 on the E, 1 normal D, and then an open for the suspended 2. Okay, so just kind of playing around with the D, suspended 4, suspended 2, back to the D, and repeating. Okay, this would be... something like that. Alright, so let's just try it all up to speed now. Alright, we get to the little bit of a guitar solo here, just kind of a scaling up, nothing too wild. We'll scale up a bit and then scale around a little later. So start it here by hitting the 3 on the E, and then we're going to take the 5, slide that to 7, hit the 5A, hit it again, hammer it to 7, and then just hold the 5A for a measure. Okay, and then we're going to take essentially what we did there, shift it up 2, and do it on the D string here. Okay, so 5 on the D, then we go 7 to 9 on the D. Okay, hit the 7G, hammer the 7 to 9, and then come off to the 7G. Okay, just playing the next octave up. All right. Alright, and then we'll get up to these couple pickup notes here. I'll get us to the next section. 10 on the B, then hit it again and hammer to 12. And that'll get us into our next part here. So let's just do this first section up to speed. Okay, next solo section here. Our pickup notes got us up to the 10 of the E now. Okay, so we went, and now we're on 10 of the E. Okay, we're going to come up and we're going to do 3 bend and releases on the 14 of the E. Okay, and then we'll come off to the 10 of the B. Okay, do our 10 to 12 hammer on the B to a 10 E. Okay, and then we'll come up, do 12, 11, 12, 11 on the G, and then finish on the 12 of the D. Alright, so let's do this all up to speed. Alright, next section of the solo, it's kind of a big scaling up here. We'll start at 5 of the E. We go 5, 7, 8, and then 7 on the A, and then slide that out. Okay, and I'll take us down here. We'll go open E, second to 3, hammer open to second on the A, and then hit an open D. Alright, and we come back up to our 5 spot here on the E, 5, 7, 8, 7 on the A, 7 on the D. Okay, take it back down, open E, 2, 3, 2A, open D. Okay, fun little scaling going on there. Let's do this up to speed. Okay, if you're really adventurous, we can get into some arranging of the synth outro. And essentially, we're just kind of playing around with a D major scale, okay? Okay, just basically those notes. We're just kind of playing them in interesting voicings up higher. And we're doing a lot of these kind of octave riffs. We're hitting a low D and then a high D, okay? Just that type of deal. So, for the most part, you can just get away. If you know your D major scale, you can just kind of noodle around and play around with it like that. Trying to get closer to what's actually recorded here, we could do it this way. Okay, initially we'll do an open A, hold it, a measure, go 2 on the D, and then open D. Okay, and once we hit that open D, we can hit this high D now at the 10 of the E. Okay, we'll do a little bit of this D major scaling here. We do 7E, 8B, 7E, 5. Okay, 7B, 7G, 8 to 7B, and we go 7G, 4, back to 7. Okay, just playing around on that scale. All right, and then we would go back to our legato notes here, where we do a 2 on the G for a measure, 5 on the B for a measure, and an open D for a measure. Okay. So let's just do this first section up to speed here. Okay, next section we kind of do this fun scaling up. That'll get us into a little more of those legato notes and then into the octave riff. Okay, so it'll be a slide up to 4G, slide up to 3B, slide up to 5B, slide up to 6B. Okay, kind of a fun little scaling up. Get to our second on the G here. Measure. 5 of the B for a measure. Okay, and then we would start at this octave riff where we go open D string, then just bounce between that and the 10 on the E. Do that about 4 times. Okay, and then we would just hit that 10 on the high E again, and that will lead us to our next section. Okay, so let's do this up to tempo. Alright, now we can really just start noodling. Okay, now we can really start just kind of playing around in this D major scale. We want to come up and do the higher voicing of it here. We'll start at the 15 on the high E. Just go 15, 14, 12. And then we'll jump to the B, do 15, 14, 15. Okay, 14, 12, 14 on the G. And then we'll shift over a little bit, do 11, D, 12, 14, 11, 12. Okay, hold that a moment, then come back off to 11, 12, couple 14s, 11 to 12, 14 on the A, off to 10A, 9D, 12 to 10A, 7, 9, 10, 9, 7 on the A, 10, 9, 7 on the E. Finish on the 5. Okay, so just like I said, playing around with that D major scale, just kind of working our way all the way up through it and over. All the same notes, just shifting around. Okay, so let's do this up to speed here just to get that feel for it. Okay, hit our legato notes. 2G, 5B, open D. Okay, now we come way up high, go 17E. And then after we hit that 17E, we go back to, similarly, just playing around in that D major scale, just descending. Okay, hitting all those same notes again. And, you know, you can shift them around a little bit. Move them around slightly here, but we're essentially just working our way back through that same scale that we played with earlier. Okay, and we'll just end up on that 5 note again. Okay, so come all the way up, hit that 17E. Okay, work our way down that scale again. 15, 14, 12, E, 15, 14, 15, B, 14, 12, 14, G. Okay, move over, hit the 11, okay, on the G, 12B, 14, 12G, okay, 11, 12, 14, 12, 11 to 9 on the D. Okay, hit the 10A, 9D to 7D, okay, 10, 9, 7A, 10, 9, 7, E, 5. Alright, get it up to tempo for you. Alright, start jamming on that octave riff again. Open D with the 10E. Hit the open D, hold it a moment, hit it once more, and then we do this funky thing that happens where we'll hit the open D and then go 5B, 6B. and then just finish on the open D. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.